Namaste. My name is Vivekanand. This is a short tutorial explaining how to use Comment Tracker in a Hangout on Air, popularly known as HOA. In this short tutorial, I would answer three questions. Why Comment Tracker is important? How to use it? What advantages would you get? Let me answer the first question.
Vivek, before you get into it, may I be so rude as to ask a question myself?
Yeah.
I can actually answer two of the three questions that you are posing. I know the importance of it. I know why you should be using it. I have to confess that of almost 250 HOAs that I have produced, I have never used Comment Tracker. Now, it's a personal thing, totally personal, because when I do an HOA as the producer, as the host, I want to be totally focused on the discussion. I don't want to be necessarily distracted by the comments. Now it's great functionality. Well, I don't want to steal your steam, but it's a great feature. It's an absolute great feature that personally, it just doesn't fit my style, so to speak. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna make.
Okay. Yeah. Go on.
Well, and then the reason that I'm asking, I had asked you to show me how to set it up, A, to see if there's any changes from, version 10 or whatever it was, if there's a version 11, and also I am producing an HOA tomorrow where comment tracker is very practical. And I talked with the individual.
Let me explain. Let me give you a an important reason. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. The first question, as I said, was why Comment Tracker is important. The Hangout on Air is a tool where you can have a live audience spread all over the world. You can engage in a conversation with up to 15 people when you pay for it, but otherwise 10 people in the video stream itself. Just as David F. Leopold is here with us today in the film strip and is talking to me, engaging in the conversation, there could be up to 15 people. It is a tool that enables you to engage, which is much better than broadcasting and much better than just telling. It is a tool which allows a live audience to engage with you. On an event page, they can meet other attendees, and after social interaction with other attendees, they can put in valuable comments and points on the event page. Now, when you bring up a comment from an audience into the video stream, some magic happens. The audience feels even more engaged. From just a follower, the audience member now becomes a raving fan, promoting your message on their own. The tool which allows you to do that in a Hangout is called as Comment Tracker. I think I have given you a very valid reason as to why you need to use Comment Tracker in your Hangout on Air events. It does get a bit technical or complicated, and as I have said elsewhere, probably in one of the comments or heading even, audience is critical. Audience engagement is critical when you think audience is critical. You may have a situation where a live audience may or may not be all that important for you, but there may be you may have a message for someone else who may be going to watch your video later on. So in which case live audience may or may not be important. Live audience, I mean, uh, um, I saw in a survey somebody said most of these live hangouts, people don't really watch them live. People watch them uh, recorded, most of them. So in that sense, comment tracker becomes a technological tool which is useful but often gets in the way. But anyway, um, it is important when you think somebody is making an important point in the audience. There may be two or three people in the audience, but even if they make a valid point, you bring up the point on the screen, then it makes it all the more engaging for the audience, whoever is in the audience. So as a matter of fact, let me bring up a comment that I have put myself on the event page as a quick demo. There it is. On the screen now you see a tip that I put on the event stream. You need to bring in comments into HOA only when they serve a purpose. The purpose may be adding valuable point for further discussion, supporting your point, and the third one is bring in social element. That is effectively saying hello to audience members. So that's a comment. You would see this comment that I put in on the event stream. So now there is the big question, how? I hope I have answered why you need it, and situations where you may not bother with the comment tracker. If typically if you if your hangout is about demonstrating or showing something to the audience, then the audience is not really expected to respond back to you with the question or something like that, at least until your demonstration is over. So, but it can happen. Somebody may ask a question, somebody may even put in a comment saying they are not able to see the screen that you're trying to show or something like that. At which point, as a host, as a Hangout host, the quickest way for you to be aware of what's actually going on the event stream is to keep the comment tracker working on the screen, on your screen, which means that on your Hangout interface, you would see this comment coming up on the screen, and then you can take appropriate action. Okay. Let me show you now some screenshots which explain the process of how I achieved what I just showed you. I showed you a comment which is there on the event page. I need to do a bit of screen sharing. So I shall pin David, and David, please tell us what you think of the reason I gave as to why you should use a comment tracker.
Well, you hit upon the most important points, particularly if you want to do an HOA that is public in nature. We do HOAs for lots of different reasons. You and I are doing one right now for the express purpose of a tutorial to teach folks how to do something. So at this point, in this kind of environment, application, audience engagement is not that important because it's a tutorial. However, your comments. Well, you and I will be going to some HOAs this afternoon. That we typically, you and I have been going to those HOAs for as long as they've been produced, and there's a lot of audience involvement in those. A lot of folks show up, and it's a chance to ask some really good questions and then give recognition to that person for asking the question. And a person really feels good when they are being recognized that way.
Yeah, and it is often here's a very subtle point, but often I find you would be amazed by the power it has. I mean, most of us, at least me personally, don't consider ourselves to be influencers. I don't consider myself to be an influencer. But then I've seen the effect a comment that I make have on often on the entire Hangout on Air event. For example, in one of the Hangout on Air, I made a comment that they were talking about Google Plus being a there was a discussion about platform and Google Plus being a social layer, and I made a comment that stop calling Google Plus a platform; it's a layer. And actually, I made that comment as it's a fact. But then rest of the Hangout was in a way really influenced by what I said. So comments do influence the entire Hangout, and each of us do have a lot of power which we are not really aware of. Anyway.
May I challenge something you just said?
Yeah.
I think you are an influencer.
Each of us is.
You influence me. There's no question about it. You are my go-to person when I have a technology question, specifically a Google technology person. You're my go-to person. So thank you for being my influencer. Also, I noticed something that I don't know if you just did it. I like what you did with the banner. You put tutorial up there, and I don't know if you just did it because this is the first time I'm noticing it.
It's there, but here the point is, okay, what you see on the screen now is my event page, and you would see the comment that I showed here. This is the tip that I showed you just a couple of minutes ago. But the important aspect I want to want you to be aware of is how to enable. The first step is you create an event like this, and then what you need to do is using this share event button. This is the first step. What you need to do. Using this share event button here, you need to share this event to the public. Now you have to take this step. You have to do this.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question right now, and excuse me for interrupting, but um, I remember when Comment Tracker first came out,
Hmm.
that there was an issue of exactly when do you turn the Comment Tracker on, before you go live, or you can also turn it on after you've gone live.
No, the comment tracker is available after you go online,
Okay.
on air. You are I think you are confusing with the applause app and the showcase app, and those are the ones which you have to enable or disable before you go uh, on air. But the comment tracker is uh, available after you go on air. But it will be available, but it won't be useful for you unless you have taken these few steps that I'm explaining here. First step is you need to go onto your event page. Okay, before that, the very first requirement is to use the comment tracker. Your event has to be public. You cannot use the comment tracker for any event which is private or unlisted or even limited to a community. It makes it difficult. If the event is limited only to a community, it may be difficult to handle that. So your event as such has to be public. And then after you create the event, you would see a page like this, what I'm showing you here. And then what you need to do is, this is going to be the first step after you have created the event. You need to use this share event button and share the event again to the public. So that's that. I have done that. Once I do that, this is what I'm showing on the screen now, is a screen capture of an event that has been reshared. I followed the first step that I just mentioned, shared it to the public, and I'm going back into the uh, my Google Plus stream, my profile page, where I would see all the shares that I've just done. So this is a share that I just did. So I need to look at my own public share, and then I need to look for this timestamp. It says 1042 there. I need to right click on that timestamp, and then that shows me a link. That gives me a link. I need to copy the link, and then I need to go into the comment tracker tool and then paste it. What I normally do is copy the link from here and put it, paste it into a text file. I keep the text file available on the computer in a very obvious and easy to find place. I put it on the desktop so that I don't have too many things on my desktop. I have a few things that I regularly use on my desktop. So I put this file, create a text file with this link, put it on the desktop.
I find it hard to believe your desktop isn't filled with stuff.
No.
Well, that's a whole nother tutorial, I think, Vivek, about how to efficiently use one's desktop.
Yeah, that can be. It has to be simple, you know that. So,
Yep.
uh, uh, okay, that is what I did, and then we need to use actually what is called as what is known as double bubble comment tracker. There is a comment tracker available uh, within the Hangout toolbox, but that doesn't really work. We have to use different tool, slightly different. Um, okay, at this stage, what I would like to do is come back into your view, and from this step, from this stage onwards, I would like to help David take these first few steps and explain to him what needs to be done by actually requesting him to do screen share, do his, I mean, we need to see his screen.
For
Before
the
that,
event, for the event that I'm doing tomorrow.
yes.
Yes.
So at the moment, let me pin David and come out of this screen share. Okay. Okay.
Now I'm going to pin you
Yeah.
and go to my screen share.
You need to, yeah, let me guide you in doing that. You open your event page for the tomorrow's event. Open the event page
Which, wow, yes, I've done that already.
and share that window.
And you want me to do that right now?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. There we
Okay.
are.
Now, um, move your mouse over to the share event. Yeah, that one. Click on that. Now you need to share this event to the public. You probably need to put in a useful comment there.
Is this unuseful?
I can't really read what you're typing, but
Trying to type something useful here.
yeah, something useful. Essentially, what you are doing now is actually promoting your
Yep.
Hangout on Air event.
Yep.
So you need to do that and share it to public.
I make sure I'm using all the key words. Let me see. Oh, guess I misspelled a word. Guess which word I misspelled? Now, if I typed a letter twice. I didn't really. I misspelled it, but I had fat fingers. Okay. Here's the comment that I'm making. I'm saying this making reference to tomorrow's HOA will be a very informative discussion, providing a viable option for an entrepreneur who wants to start a small business. Pretty provocative, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hit the share button, and it's going to go out to the public now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. It is shared. Now you want me to right-click on it? On the back to the share event, I right-click there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's not giving me what I'm.
Did did you no did you hit the share button? I didn't
I'll hit
see
it
what
again. No, I shared it out of. Yes, I did.
okay. Go to your Google. No, it is still
No, no, no.
okay.
I did it the last time. I did it just before,
Okay.
and when I did
Go,
it, it brought
go
me
to
back to this
yeah.
screen.
Go to your Google Plus profile,
Oh,
not to
thank you.
your Gmail. Yeah,
Okay,
your profile, and now you need to look for your the share that you just did.
okay. Here it is. I found it.
Yeah. Hover over the time it shows.
Okay. Oh, there's where I right click.
Yeah, there you need to right click.
Okay.
It shows you a link.
Open link a new tab. Open link a new window. Open link incognito. Oh, I don't want an incognito window. I can
Copy
save
the
the link.
link.
Pardon me?
There must be a option to copy the link.
Yeah, copy link address. Yes.
Yeah, copy the link address, and you need to create a text file. You have done copy the link. I think Control C.
Here, I do things a little bit differently myself. So I am creating a text file,
Okay.
but I'm using
Hmm.
my own way of doing stuff, which I don't want
Okay.
to repeat it because it won't make sense to everybody the way I do it.
Okay. You're sending an email to yourself,
How did you know that, Vivek? You can see.
which is common thing a lot of people do. So there's nothing strange about that. I mean, if you're not strange enough, then you are not unique enough. Anyway.
Ah, I love it. I love your colloquialisms. Okay, so I'm going to send this. You gave
Yeah.
away my trade secret here.
Save it. Send it to yourself,
Yep.
and yeah, that part is done. The next part is a bit difficult to show. I'm thinking of how do I do that. Um, I need to. I am already on a Hangout. I need to do a screen capture. So probably what we need to do is end this Hangout here and create a part 2.
So I want to take that off. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah. What I do need to do is do some screen captures of the next steps that I need to do. But I need to do that when I am out of a Hangout. So I think we have already done more than half an hour, I think. So need to close this part. So this is part 1. So let's do a part 2 in say half an hour's time.
Yes. Okay. And here's what I want you to do before you close the session out.
Mhm.
Make sure that you put in this event stream that there is a part 2.
Yeah.
Make
Mhm.
sure you do that so people will know that to go to a part 2 of it. Okay, great. I will see you in 30 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you,
Uh,
Vivek.
yeah. So thank you for watching this short video. Do please share the link to this video on Google Plus, on YouTube, and so on. You can reach me through my Google Plus profile or through my website, wake-technology.com, to learn more. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. integrate, simplify life.